Okay, ngizame ukufaka the video. It's a Wednesday today. I think it's 12 January. Alright. What I'm trying to show you is the financial precinct of Durban, where the treasury, where the financial power of Durban was located in terms of the colonial financial power of Durban was situated. So if I'm at this corner, which is now called Samora Marshall and Pixliga Isaga, the original ones, that great building there, Yini Reserve Bank. Alright, and then beyond the Reserve Bank, you've got the Trade Center, alright, okay, Exhibition Center as well, and then on the other side thereof, you've got the Durban ICC. So I don't know where to begin. Okay, I'm a bit unprepared today, but it's a famous building here in Durban. There used to be a library there, Sasfunda Giona, and then this is Rosebank College. Now this is the financial district of, or that used to be the financial district. This is the legislature, alright, and then the tall building there was Old Mutual, and then La Paya 320, the building with the clock is, it was a post office. This building, oh, I've never known. Lely Hall, and it's also the legislature, and there's the Natural Science Museum. Lely Mangakosha was the original courthouse. Yeah, and it was Ethekwini, this one. Alright. So what you then are seeing is the combination of the colonial power in terms of law, economics as in money, church, the colonial churches like Methodist, you see all of it convened together in this financial quarter of Durban, what call it, colonial economics of the then Durban. Alright, whether we've transformed from colonial economics, that's debatable. I don't think we are. The South African economy is still about Western white interests. There, it was a very beautiful park. We'll go to that park. You can see the beautiful flower of City Hall there. So now maybe let's rather go towards the, what do you call it? Towards a harbor and start this side and then walk back up. All right, so retirement, it clearly was for the wealthy elderly white people back then. So today it's predominantly Indian elders who are basically located there. King's also clearly is elderly retired white folk. They had all the access to the city hall, to a very beautiful park there was there, to the workshop mall, and then they connected behind that red building are bus terminus of Durban, which go to premier places all over Durban basically, but usually also to premier suburbs like in Musgrave. So if you wanted to catch a minor bus, it is behind that red building on the other side. That's where you would catch your minor bus. Alright, so I'm just showing the financial quarters of Durban, the combination of colonial churches and colonial money, insurance companies, Sanlam and them, embassy as it is called as well, and well known, the entertainment quarters thereof, and then Shell House. We all know Shell, the company, the oil company. All right, so even today the Western powers still control the oil of companies, of countries. It's always a priority. Whatever justifications they make for war, it's always about oil. I used to be a naysayer thinking that the West is fighting. No. They're thinking that the West is fighting for democracy. There's no West which is fighting for democracy. They fight to control resources of the world. That is all. So that's the sad part. Tough to admit. So that's the Shell house. We know Shell has basically closed, and you can see the writing there, still written Shell house. So you see Shell house, you see Sanlam, and then you see diagonal opposite to the City Hall, you see Old Mutual. These are colonial powers that hold South Africa, South Africa's economy, even, or rather the real estate capturers, really. Whether you like to admit it or not, but we have realized that actually Zuma is not the actual state capturer. Actually, he was wrestling the actual state capturers. Then on this quarter, there you can see Treasury. That's basically the Treasury of Durban, a municipality. That's where we go and pay our rates and services, electricity bills and everything. And then the entertainment quarter, where you've got your theater. That's the Player House Theater, and that's the Albany Hotel there. So as you can see, most of the things are basically quite English. They are about English culture. All right, and there's another church there. So I don't know what to do. I think we must go at the periphery as per the usual and surround this colonial quarter. This is Smith Street. And these are the remainder of beautiful Durban taxis. Durban taxis used to be very beautiful, a lot ordinary, but there's still these ones which remain. So Sanlam, Central Methodist Church, the church which facilitates open borders and illegal immigration, and then like in Johannesburg, where, what was that? Bishop Verreyn is the one who actually encouraged a lot of illegal immigration into Johannesburg and destroyed the whole west Central Johannesburg business district via Small Street, where those guys used to even relieve themselves in Small Street, because there were no lavatories basically to accommodate all those floods of people he called refugees who visit home on holidays. All right, so that's part of the NWO agenda. For me, these churches, Central Methodist, the Diaconia churches there on the other side of Durban, Albert Park, these are the facilitators of the New World Order system for the white liberals. There are different approaches to the New World Order. There's the white liberal one. There is the black, the socialist one, which most black countries associate with. And then, all right, there is the embassy. Okay, there is the Muslim one, seeking the Muslim Caliphate. That's the other New World Order system that is contending to rule the world. So now in South Africa, the DA and the Ramaphosa's and all their black puppets, including today's IFP. The IFP was not an organization of puppets, or maybe I was not aware, but today's IFP is part of the lot which is about defending the New World Order plans. Okay, so that's it. I don't have much space. I thought I deleted videos to create space. It seems like I did not. So we're going towards the harbor, and then we're going to start from the other angle. Let me switch off. It's all these private education institutions, starting from there, Elendoza, Rosebank, Mankosa. All right, here's other insurance companies. I've opened them. It's very windy today in Durban, but when you're like apartment now, it's not. It's only windy at outlying areas. Okay, at the beach, those winds, I think those winds are only found in Cape Town. strong winds. The wind is very strong. I'm not visualizing Victoria Embankment as such. This is the street I came out of. That building up at the top there, it is the rotating Roma restaurant. Okay, so we are behind John Horror's building, and then you've got to the statue, I think, of Dick King further down up there, who saved the interests of the British colonialists during the war between the English and the Boer, and the English somehow won. Therefore, this is SARS, like I was saying. This is basically the financial quarter of Durban. So there's SARS there. Okay, these are the short streets. And next, this is the street which is going to the playhouse. So now SARS la. Okay. So good Victoria Embankment. Forgive Durban today for these papers. It's the strong winds. It's not, this area is never dirty. The strong winds today. So they are blowing rubbish away. Okay. So you can see the Royal Hotel, which was part of the colonial structure. That's where the British kings slept back in the day. I'm taking you to what's that tall building, which is basically respected as a place which used to stay or still staying and wealthy people that we do not know. That tall building there, it is the area which for me is masonic, so if I can put it that way. We'll talk, I'll explain when we get there. Okay, that's the Royal Hotel appearing up there. Alright, and then you can always marvel at Durban's architecture. Alright. I hope I showed. Okay, some growth there, which shows which these areas have fallen and need a financial stimulation and revival. Okay, so we're still here. That tall building, that one, is for the lawyers. Let's call them colonial lawyers. Colonial lawyers, so those would be the guys protecting the economy of the colonialists or the British, or what is called South Africa's economy, which excludes black South Africans. It is able to get foreigners to work and replace black South Africans. So it's not a South African economy, it's a white people's economy or a colonial economy. So those are the lawyers. That was Old Mutual, Delta Towers now. So it's all in the same precinct. Financial powers of the colonialists. So we're going towards that tall building, and then I'm going to explain certain things there. Okay. Now, because it's all right. That's the man who saved British colonialist power here. On that guy on the horse, Dick King. All right. Now I want us to come to this precinct. See that tall building? 101, I think. Okay, I'll say njengoba mase khona abantu abaneka iwashing lapha emafasteleni kanje, it is falling as well. All right. No surprise, because here's this building I'm looking for. It's called what? Durban Manor. Yeah, Durban Manor. I see yonke into namhlanje ngazi ingqondo yami very blank. My blank nje very kubhede kakhulu. Durban Manor. All right, this is the harbor. Now this Durban Manor, this is the heart of Freemasonry as far as I'm concerned here in Durban. And as you can see, that's the Durban Manor. There's the lawyers' quarters. There's beautiful architecture there. It is a respected building in terms of architecture. So there's an area there where lawyers sit. Is very beautiful. So this Durban Manor, you'll see behind it, there's a short street which is called Durban Club Place. Right there, Club Place. It's already speaking about gentlemen's clubs. All right. Note the pyramidal structures. You will always find those ones as well. This building has a history that I do not have yet at this point in time, and this tall building was the residence of the rich. Now, this building got bought by a Zimbabwean woman. I don't know if she's the one who still owns the building, and operated it now as a hotel maybe a decade ago. Now, the interesting thing is this building has got 21 rooms. All right, exactly 21. Now, you must note in Freemasonry, Oguchi 7 and 3 are very important, as they compete with 7:3 of God, because God is the God of Sabbath and He's the Trinity. So the devil always competes with God. Okay, so that building is 101. I tried to get a place to stay there because that's the other building I was trying to buy property from. Okay, it's an art deco. You can see how beautiful it is. So this all of it combines in this point. All the lawyers, the colonial lawyers, the masonic structures, the colonial churches, the royalty of the British, the entertainment of the colonialists in terms of theaters, stage plays and the likes, city halls, everything is right here in this financial district. That building as well is very important in this. So you find the Inkatha Freedom Party in this precinct. They are behind this building. So, and if you think of Buthelez's friends, that Italian lawyer guy, he and the Dr. Mukwena who brought them here, I don't think it was a coincidence for the IFP offices to be moved from Ulundi to Durban Club Place. I think that's when the IFP changed and became an NWO puppet. Now, masikupuka kulomgwaqo nawo esengukhohli igama lawo lapha ekhoneni. That building was the major Standard Bank isala Ethekwini. That's where my first bank account was opened, which was Standard Bank, Smith Street East. That's what it was called. So you can see again the Royal Hotel, the Masonic structures, the colonial churches, the banks of colonial power, Standard Bank, FNB is also in this precinct. I'll show you where, I hope I don't forget, I'll show you where FNB used to be located. And then it was all here. I just want to cross to the other side. There's the Royal Hotel, basically there. So at this point, you've got what used to be the Standard Bank there, and this one was ABSA Bank, Colonial Powers, and right across there, that white structure is the parkade of the tall building, which was Old Mutual Towers. Now it's called Delta Powers. So it's all here. So we're there. Okay. So this was ABSA. This was Standard Bank. That was the Royal Hotel there, and that's the altar of the British. You can see the statues of the British colonial power. I've got no issues with statues. They can stay there. No stress for me much. As just a historical record. But you must put statues relevant to black South Africans, not statues of communists and not statues of Mahatma Gandhi, statues of black South Africans and the Zulu in Zululand. Alright, so that's the point. So that would be on mutual lapho 200, because that's the passage which takes you to that building. We can't see the building at this point, but I'm gonna go down here and show you Durban place. The invasion of black foreigners, the new colonizers of our country. Alright, as you can see, okay, the celebrated architectural structure would be in this green structure of this building. I said it's the building of lawyers. So it's named after Anton de Bed, who was the first black lawyer. Zulus are always the folk who make the first. So that's the building. Aha, it was Nedbank. You see, Nedbank was here, and then this was ABSA, and that was Standard Bank, and then there was Old Mutual the other side, and that was Shell, Sanlam, etc. Colonial churches, the City Hall, and the likes. I hope because Durban wins today, but you know what? I need to videorize, because at the end of the day, I'm starting to run out of time. Okay, Durban Club Place, as you can see. Okay, these are places where South African KwaZulu-Natal are taken. There's Inkatha, like I was telling you. So I'm now behind that building I was showing you from the other side. Lapha kulama flag lankaya kuyilapho ke okungathi kwakuyileyo club, gentlemen's club. Alright, yala Ethekwini, we know gentlemen's club like the Rand Club in Johannesburg. So this is the important street as in Durban Club Place. Alright, so it is exactly not a coincidence that when the IFP changed tune from being conservative, capitalist and about Zulus and the black South Africans, they moved to this precinct. There was no error in that. Here's that tall building from behind. It was a very rich building there. So we should work South Africa. Yeah, so those are the arcades of Durban. Right, so let's go to the other side now. At least the opening is saying about the financial power of the British, their lawyers, their churches, their entertainment. This is where it is. It's still the altar really. The other perspective. Now I'm showing you the altar itself. This tall building doesn't want to appear. All Mutual Towers, Durban 320, the workshop at the corner there. So now let's look at the altar of the British. City of Durban, there's the king, everything. Okay, where do we begin? With this one. Okay, we are here now. Treasury, Royal Hotel, and now we are at the altar. This path takes you to the workshop. This is the City Hall. So let's go around and see. Okay, so the altar. Okay, supposed to be decent hawkers there. And the likes, okay. Uyangidisturba ungena ngqo lapha engivideoraza khona. Iningi indawo yokuma. Kodwa uza exactly lapha engivideoraza khona. All right. Now this is the park. Nayile kamalalo engilazi kahle but ingqondo yami empty. Okay, so that's the park. The British Empire. And then I'm sure bazofaka lamakomanisi abo, specifically the ones who are not Zulu, like they always do. They hate Zulus. They hate Zulus in the ANC and the powers behind them. It's all the statues they are bringing. It's possibly another Gandhi statue. Okay. This one celebrates the Second World War, obviously, because we were part of the British army. So except a corn of wheat fall into the ground, it die, it abideth alone, but if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. Great ways of encouragement for soldiers when you go to war, not to die in vain. And then the Christian cross, which is where our faith becomes controversial, because there's a lot of wrong which was done in the name of our faith. Okay? So that's the precinct. Old Mutual, 20. Waguga, ABSA, like I was saying, Standard Bank it was, Treasury, the legislature. So as you can see, the legislature is in the altar of the British. Thank you. Alright, there, that building, which is spiral, that was the FNB. That was where the FNB was located, and you can see the one before it is it's written clearly, unequivocally, Colonial Mutual Life. Alright, those are the structures which still control South Africa's economy. Those are the guys our ANC, IFP are working for. Those are the guys they prioritize over marginalized, poor, poverty-stricken black South Africans, especially the Zulu. We're sitting at 64% unemployment rate, and there's like 85% black politicians, but the country is still run by the British Empire. Waiting room, the toilets in them, so angala kangena in la. Okay, I'm not so sure. Right. Mongena gule parki from this angle. You're not entering. I want us to go that direction. But that was FNB, Old Mutual. They disinvested from the city center. That also was a renowned insurance company building, but I'm just forgetting what the name of the company was. Let's see. The whole precinct. So near City Hall. Says go around and show it. Show you the package. Okay, this was the post office. Alright. Urban Life Crystal Heights is one of the guys who have saved Durban. Before Homie arrived, it was Urban Life saving the city. Now, as we're walking next to the post office, alright, which was servicing colonial interests, obviously, then we've got that red brick structure. You see, it looks like the Peter Maritzburg Hall. It's NCR building. There's history there as well. And then Lomkakolo is Soldiers' Way. So as the British armies marched during the war with the Boer, and then you've got the bus terminus there by the workshop mall. All right, now it's the Peria College. Is it still the Peria College? I don't know. This building. All right. And the name of this road was called Commercial Road. All right, it was called Commercial Road. When you go up there by the beach, you get to that shop right. It's shop right. The name. All right. Box. Okay, let me go around this building. It's like okay, let's forgive Durban today. As you can see, these plastics are there, so the strong winds are causing isn't it qoqiwe ukuthi ziphephuke. Okay, asingam videoized lo. Okay, what I've almost forgot to indicate, now FNB lapha, now 320 bego commercial la lo mgaqo lo wama package and package Leo video ilapha ku mhlawumbe sikhuluma ngo Grey Street Complex na lela khona lela, and then Soldiers' Way. Okay, Soldiers' Way, and then lapha phambili bese kula kwama hotel la the British, that one at the front there, which is Butterworth Hotel, was a very rich, it was a 4-star hotel back in the day. It was very beautiful. And then this was the major Durban railway station, the workshop. Okay, so we're gonna go up or around the workshop because it's still part of the financial district of the colonial powers. Okay, we've gone across the park. This was a premier precinct also of hawkers. The hawkers were neat then. Okay, so Gakoko is such right now. The workshop, it's still part of that financial district. Now Sanlam, Embassy, Shell, still part of it, still part of the district. Okay, that's it, all that you're seeing here, plus the FNB, the workshop precinct, and going around Gugu Dlamini Park to the other side, where you're now going towards the Durban ICC, which is still part of trade. What I almost forgot to show is the Anglican Church. You can't have colonial power and not have the Anglican Church. So that was the main Anglican Church, and then the Central Methodist Church on the other side. And then when you walked this path, say from the Royal Hotel there, okay, which once was a 7-star hotel, and then through to there, you're going to the government district, like the municipalities, like your Durban electricity, and all of them are there. All right. This park used to be very beautiful. It's barely there now. It used to be very beautiful with those bright flowers. That's where they used to do the Christmas lights. All right. Still the financial district. And then still being in the financial district, do I need to go to, okay, it moved to Kingsmead, let's put it that way, or rather Kingsmead became the extension of the financial district. Let's keep it within this. We'll go to Kingsmead and show the financial sector that relocated to that area. So let's rather focus on this one within the main CBD. because when you go to Hilton there, you start getting to Ilando in the net banks again. It's Kingsmead. You get banks or that have relocated to that side, Standard Bank and them. So we're not going there. That's now more like where the the financial power of Durban has relocated to. All right. It's not supposed to be like that there. This grass used to be very beautiful, solid. All right. So it's overused and it's no longer managing ukuhlangana. And then underneath there you've got car parking. All underneath everything here, it's car parking. All right. Old Mutual 320 Salug Yasha Hawaii project, that was FNB, that was Sanlam, building workshop, and then this is the trade center, and then this is the grey building is Durban's Reserve Bank, and then the blue building was about forex, foreign exchanges and the likes. Now on the other side it has become what? It has become the Durban ICC. So it's still the financial sector trading area of Durban. It's still the white capital economy precinct. Yes, Umhlanga has taken a lot of business, but this is still the area where like trade shows take place. The harbour is still in the CBD. It can't even move, obviously. The harbour will always be here. Even if you wish that Durban can fall, the harbour will always be here. So when you go further, then you go to that area which is Old Fort. There's a park there. We'll see it if we manage to do Kingsmead, because hey, I'm starting to run out of time. Also challenges back at home are making me to doubt that I will stay another 3 weeks in Durban. Okay, so this is the financial district, the colonial power there was of the city of Durban. Oh, now I'm boxing him. Am I still gonna go there? Or songs of a spa? Hey, hangas. Alright. Oh, watching for no pieces. I'm not buying a Marcy. Yeah. Alright, so now let's go back there. So you got a video at Durban City Hall. If you think about it, okay, I'm going to say alright, now Hilton Hotel. The Hilton Hotel near Royal Hotel are supposed to easily connect via this walking path going in front of the workshop underneath the streets, or the main, underneath the streets. So it's supposed to be safe to walk here and encouraging. Because there's really little to do around the precinct unless kuna trade show. Alright, so they need to revamp the Royal Hotel and connect it with the Hilton Hotel and make this path to be operational. Is this still the Reserve Bank, guys? What am I missing? Is this still the Reserve Bank? Quiver trees. Alright. So now we're closing this loop. We're closing it. So I want to show you the park there, and then it's cleaning a city hall. Alright. Because it's still part of the financial district. All these bus terminuses were part of it in terms of what used to be the best transport system in the country. Durban has always had the best transport systems in the country, basically. Alright. So we're crossing over to the terminus, and then we are there. zonke indawo ezisele dengwane ezidinga ukuvuselelwa. Alright, the buses ayaphela ngabo 10 aya elentuza omina ngoba labo gogo babelungu babeqhamuka ngala bese bezogibela lamabhasi or beqhamuka lapha eparkini bezogibela amabhasi. Commercial road, as it was called. These taxis used to be very beautiful. They're no longer, they're just ordinary taxis now. White, which were designed by somebody in Johannesburg. Durban has always had superb premium designers, but obviously the project yokudesigna ukuthi ama-taxi azobanjani yanikezwa eJohannesburg basidesignela la makoporoshi lawa wabonayo. Alright, so here's the park. Isiyabanjiwe yona ayisasiyo lento ayiyona, so kwaba indawo yokulala abantu abangenayo indawo. Okay, nansi park ke. Alright, the greater part sokwaba indawo elala abantu athi yabo ayisafani nasekuqaleni. If you were here 2013, this park was very, very beautiful. Now it has become a place like this. See those flowers? They used to adorn this whole park. It used to be a very beautiful place to behold. But guys, still much beautiful than Joburg Park, Johannesburg. But as in compare is not a good thing. Alright, so that's the old mutual buildings. We're supposed to compare ourselves with these phambili. I would Johannesburg buka iwile singcono kunalo. No, we're supposed to be comparing with izinto ezimukisa phambili. Right, so that's how the park became. But yayiqhakaza njengalezi embali lezo zibona lapha phambili. That's how the park used to be. Today, this is what it has become. It has since and a bag seceleni kwe legislature bahlala ababusi beKwaZulu Natal. Alright, siqale kulela robot. Okay, mase ngizungazungeza ke iCity Hall. You can see the design concept, which is very beautiful. Now khona indawo zokuhlala futhi ngabe sehlala the likes le kapisa ngilithwele because kunomoya strong. Okay, and this is the decoration, but decorator eceleni kwabo, and then bayayishiya park ukuthi bayilungise leya park leya. It was a very, very beautiful park. If bengikwazi uku-editha bezoshutheka isithombe sayo ngo-2013 uyibona. Okay, West Street wathimula ama-taxi la i-sound yawo yayikunyakazisa inhliziyo ibhasi, so babacishise i-sound ke ama-control freaks la sephethe i-City of Ethekwini naphethe umbuso. Azi abantu mabe let me tell you, umuntu oyisigebengu is very strict on everybody else. Umuntu oyisigebengu fana nomuntu oyi-abuser unejela seyisimanga oyi-cheater unejela seyisimanga kunkosikazi wakhe. So control freaks in government are thugs. If you're seeing a person who's a control freak, he's a thug. 90% chance which he's a thug. Look at what these taxis have become. Do you know what I'm taxi laga de mashaja? Hey. Alright, let's finish what we came to do here, because the story is not Durban taxis or the fall of Durban. It's basically the financial district of Colonial British. Durban has got nothing to do with Chicago as a sister city. The proper city, a sister city for Durban has and always will be Miami. But what mangena lezi dome zathi Chicago. Ihlangana phi Durban ne Chicago? Ihlangana phi? Anyway. Okay. Nanka ke lama station. Xa ama-statue asobheke kahle uma sengeza ama-park ase-City of Durban. Okwa-investigator-ke wona ama-park namagama awo ngizobe sengiwathole kangcono. So I was just showing the colonial power, the altars thereof in the city of Durban, as it were. Treasury. Oh, and there. Okay, at least I managed, you know. One more I want to stop. Okay, now we're going home. Okay. Sesiyayifinqa siyavala. Asiyifinqa siyavala. Sesiyayigoqa. Singihambe lapha. Playhouse Theatre, Albany Hotel, Shell House. Sesibuyela back to lapho esiqale khona. The original courthouse, I think. All right. And thus I conclude today's visit, all right, of the Colonial Financial District of Durban, as it was set, with all its lawyers, the legal systems, with all its shell companies, therefore the representatives of mineral looting in the country, the colonial churches, the elderly residences, etc. Showed everything. Thank you and goodbye.